Welcome to the Podcast Perplexium. Here we discuss all things, the usual and the unusual, the intriguing, the perplexing, and the fun, with ordinary and extraordinary people alike. Come with me now as we dive deep. Let the Podcast Perplexium begin.
Hey, let's do this before we jump right in. Do this with me. Let's do a deep inhale and exhale slowly.
Let's do it.
All right. So, let's begin with the thing that we have in common, the way that I met you.
There we go. AJJ.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu.
Yes, sir.
Actually, before we get into jiu-jitsu, you're a pretty athletic guy.
I am.
So, have you always been that way? Have you played sports before jiu-jitsu?
So I honestly didn't know my athletic ability until about 9th grade. I knew as a kid, I always wanted to be outside. I hated being in the house. So it was around 9th grade, started running track, did good at that. Did wrestling in high school, played football in high school and everything, but I did not know that I was as good as I was, But I always had that, athletic ability in me. Yes, sir.
Cool. So when did you get into jiu-jitsu and how did that happen?
I got into jiu-jitsu last month of last year. So it's been a little over a year now, and I got into jiu-jitsu because I was getting in trouble. I was getting in a lot of trouble that could have got me in trouble, like big time stuff. So I was like, oh man, But I had good people around me though, and they seen that in me, and basically they drug me out my room. They took me to a practice, had like 1 day free trial, and I got back and I was beat. Like I was kind of like already like at that point in my life I felt like I was defeated, and I came back and to my room I was beat in life and I was beat in jiu-jitsu, and like I was like, but I was more beat in jiu-jitsu than I was in life. So I was like, yeah, ain't no ass whooping in life like better than this, and I just took it and ran with it. Didn't stop, didn't hold back.
And so you are a blue belt.
I am a blue belt.
And you've been training for, you said, a year and a month.
A year and a month. Actually, yep. Just last week would have marked my first competition as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that I did as a white belt.
Wow.
Yes.
And last weekend, you competed.
I competed.
We both competed.
We both did, yes, sir.
You actually took home the gold medal.
Took home the gold medal, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, yes,
Good
sir.
job.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah. So that's impressive. Most people, it takes them over a year before they earn their blue belt.
Right.
So I have to ask, how soon was it that you were recognized at the blue belt level?
Middle of December.
Wow.
Yes. I started jiu-jitsu, and then like just shortly after, I started competing. I was competing like 1 or 2 times a week, signing up for everything that I can. I spent a lot of my savings signing up for competitions, and knowing like, hey, I have to be there. I have to be here to like compete with these guys, and that's what I did. And I kept at it. All my friends, I had like the right support and then the right people around me, and I just kept eating.
Good for you.
Yes, sir.
You really like the Jiu-Jitsu World League tournament.
I do.
I noticed you did a couple before this one.
Yes, I did. I did 2 before this one last week. I took second place in both. It was a lot of competition, a lot of good guys out there. I call them killers all the time. Killers on the mat, because I mean, like, when you out there on the mat competing, like that's what you out there to do. You there to take somebody's head off, choke them out, put them to sleep in front of their family or something like that.
It's showtime.
Yes, sir. It's showtime. Like everything you do in the gym, now it's time to put it on the mat out there. Make a name for yourself.
Would you say that you're more of a gi guy or a no gi guy?
I'm certainly more of a gi guy. And I think what it is with jiu-jitsu is like you start in the gi, you do a little bit of the no gi, and then like next thing you know, you start falling in love with one or the other. It's like I never seen it yet, but then again, I'm still like early on in this community. Like I never seen it go both ways. I always seen it just one way. Like you love the gi or you love no gi. Yes, and I respect it either way.
So why jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu, I feel like
of all the other martial arts.
Well, I was in Japan. I was out there for 6 years actually. I do serve, and so I feel like where did jiu-jitsu start? Japan, and why not continue doing it once I already started? And then just like out of any other martial arts and everything, because I also did a little bit of like judo and stuff like that. It was just more physical. I feel like it's like a game of chess every time. Game of chess, you never know who you're dealing with. You might think you're stronger than the next man, and come to find out it has nothing to do with strength at all. And you find yourself in the chokehold. How you gonna get out of that? And it just help you. Like I feel like jiu-jitsu is just like I don't know. It's just like better therapy.
Yeah,
all the other
that's
ones.
How I feel.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so you said that you served in Japan.
I did.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, sir.
For two reasons. One, Japan, and you served. So were you a Marine?
I am a Marine.
You are a Marine.
Still, yes. I got 1 year left in my contract.
Pardon my naivete of
it's all good.
What you say and what you don't. Yeah. You are a Marine.
I am.
Cool. Okay, so the bulk of your white belt days were in Japan.
Yes. I started in Japan as a white belt. I left Japan as a blue belt.
Okay, so we got to talk about that.
Yes.
Where in Japan? So, first of all, did you like Japan?
I loved it. I love it still. I plan on living out there, buying a house out there, sending my car collection out there, starting a new life out there.
Oh wow!
Becoming a coach. Like I got a lot of things planned for Japan. But I don't want to speak too much on it simply because I believe if you speak too much of what you got planned, then you might not do it, but somebody might hear it and they can throw a fork in it. So that's my idea on like speaking deeply about my plans. Yeah. But I got a plan and I'm gonna end up there.
Cool.
For sure. Yes,
cool.
Sir.
So compared to out here, in terms of jiu-jitsu, what would you say might be some of the differences that you feel? Like, I guess what I want to know is, did the Japanese jiu-jitsu guys like feel super tough?
I did not win every match. And those guys were extremely hard. I think it's all about like what you put in it. You know, you got like the Samurai Kid and then the Fat Samurai out there. They're Japanese and like they really good competitors and everything like that. And then you got somebody like me that just like started and everything, but you also have Japanese people that also been doing it for quite some time. And then when I went out to those tournaments, like I got a lot of gold medals and everything, but like those guys was definitely a challenge to me, and I respect it a lot. So, but like as far as like the competition, coming back to America and competing and everything, it was really. It was definitely a game changer for sure, and I like advise everybody that do train jiu-jitsu, want to make a career out of it or make a name for themselves, period, to get out and try different academies. For sure. It's going to be a game changer. Legion was extremely tough for me, and I was at a point in my head where it's like, okay, after this first month, if I'm still getting like balled up and choked out and everything, I'm gonna pay, because I think the policy is you have to pay for the last month. I was gonna pay for the last month and be done with jiu-jitsu, but I couldn't leave like that aura behind. Like Legion just is like it brought it out of me, and it made me a beast. It made me an animal for sure.
You got to make it to black belt.
Got to.
Yeah.
I got to, and I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got your love days and your hate days about jiu-jitsu, and like, this is the love, and this is like the days that I don't like. It's outweighing it by far, and like my commitment and the way I set things up, I have to go. I have to make it to black belt. No option.
I see it.
Yeah.
I can see you making it all the way to black belt for
yes,
sure.
Sir.
And there's a lot of tough training partners at Legion, which I'm super grateful for.
Yes.
But I don't. When I roll with you, I treat you like a purple belt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate
I
that.
appreciate you being there and being on the mats. It's an awesome training partner. So thank you for.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah,
I love those roles. I love those roles, man. It's always interesting, and it's like, I don't know. It's always like something new and like mind blowing to me. Like sometimes I keep a bottle up because I be like, what? How the heck? But like, you know, it's like those are roles that I look forward to every night, every evening. Yes, sir.
Cool. So you're more of a gi guy than a no gi guy.
I am.
Can you expand on that a bit? What is it about the gi that you prefer?
So I prefer the gi more because I feel like in the gi it's more technical. You know, like what you can do in no gi, you can do it in gi. So why not just do it? Why not just get I feel like you get a full package when you're doing it in a gi. And the chokes, I feel like the chokes are better. The grips are better.
You like the grips.
I love the grips. I love the grips, and I got like grips that like people just like are scared of, and it encourages me to like, oh yeah, I got you. I got you. You like right in my palm, so like this is gonna happen. Yes, sir.
Let me ask this one.
Yep.
And I want to ask this because you progressed through the white belt at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
What would be some advice that you could give to white belts that may be struggling at that phase or plateaued? Yeah.
If you plateaued or you're struggling, my best advice, slow it down. You're moving too fast. You gotta focus on what you already know. Focus on what you already know and critique that. After you done with that, then like move on to something different, something that's outside of like your norm, something that you like completely uncomfortable with. You know, for me, my thing was I'm terrible on my back. I hate being on my back. I panic. I get stuck. Sometimes I will stop moving. Definitely, and it still happens like to this day. But like I will stop moving. I won't try. And but I'm there, I'm in that position, and it gives me something to think about, and it gives me something to like, okay, I'm bad at this, now I need to work on it. So, but yeah, definitely for white belts, slow down, stop spazzing on us, please. Yeah, I love the white belts, man.
Yeah, actually the 7:30 class at Legion, the fundamental class, it's actually my favorite class.
Yeah.
I mean, partly because it's such a large class, there's just so many people,
right,
and the people are so cool. But I think as a purple belt, obviously it's fun to have a role where you can just kind of crush the guy.
Yes. Yes.
Like obviously that's fun.
It is.
But I think also when they're giving you those erratic spazzy movements, like if I'm trying to go for a sweep and they're jolting, and you have to be very precise on your timing, and I think it helps you play the game with the upper belts when you like really practice that on the lower belts, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So I've really been enjoying.
I think that's where I sharpen my tools at the most.
Yeah. I remember one of my old professors, actually Saulo Hibiero, he was telling us like the white belts are my secret.
Oh.
And that's like a 6th degree black belt saying that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, sir.
What would you say is your favorite thing about jiu-jitsu, like in general?
My favorite thing about jiu-jitsu is that it's not just jiu-jitsu, it's the people. It's like it's never just jiu-jitsu. It's always the people that you meet, and you never know who you meet. So like rolling with people and getting to know them, and you ask them a question like, what do you do for a living, you know, and they tell you that they're like a biotech or a lawyer or social worker and stuff. I'm like, what? You're like, no way. Like you would think like people that have those jobs are like people that wouldn't like hurt a fly, you know, but like they in here with cauliflower ear choking people, you know. Everybody needs that place they can go to like shake off all that bad energy. Mm-hmm. And they do it in on the mats. Mm-hmm. I love it.
I recently was listening to a podcast, and the guy said that there's the 4 greatest things in life are food, music,
yes,
consensual sex,
and most important,
and then the 4th one, consensual violence.
Yes.
And I guess in our society, in Western, like modern America, mm-hmm. it might be that 4th one that is like most neglected. You know, I think that's the one where most people don't have a place, or they've never even experienced it.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what I'm so grateful for jiu-jitsu, is like we have an outlet to do that, where, you know, after work we can go to a padded room and I can, you know, I'll shake hands with my friend who I love, and then for 6 minutes we'll try to choke each other.
Right.
And then afterwards we shake hands and say thank you.
Yes.
And then go home and then do
Everybody
it again.
feels good.
Yeah. Like how blessed are we that we get to do that? You know, I wish we had. I know when I was in school there was wrestling, mm-hmm. but I just wasn't like directed towards that path, or I frankly I didn't have an interest in it, but right. I kind of wish that it was like mandatory in a way, you know.
I think sports, some form of sports, or what they call it, like not the coaching, because that's done by the adults, but the assistants, right, to the sports team. I think that should be accredited in school for like structure. You either do sports or you're assistant in the sport. And it keeps kids out of trouble for sure, and like help them support somebody or that needs that, or like just keep people like focused and stuff like that. Like, I'm playing football, I want to do this, and help them like make the right decisions and make better grades. Yes, sir.
All right, so far all my questions have been about jiu-jitsu, mm-hmm. and you know, for my listeners tuning in, it is going to be a jiu-jitsu heavy conversation. I am going to shift gears pretty soon, and we'll start to get into like some of the more like nutty fun questions.
Yes, sir.
But we'll do a couple more jiu-jitsu ones. You said that you were in Japan for a while.
Yes, 6 years.
So have you trained jiu-jitsu in other countries other than the U.S. and Japan?
No, not yet.
But you've trained in like a lot of different academies.
I have like Carpe Diem, that would be when my instructor would know that I'm going to go like compete somewhere else, and he was like, hey, if you're going to be there for a while, train here. And I would go there, he would put the word in for me, and I would go there and I would train. And it was actually like pretty dope, because a lot of the guys were like older Japanese guys, and it was like such a calm pace, and like really like particular like movement and everything that you would have to get down pack, and like the workups before it and everything. So like I was like pretty worn out and like beat from that, and then rolling with those guys for like 3 hours. I'm like, oh wow, like this is ridiculous. It was good training though.
Okay, let me ask you this one.
Yes, sir.
Which would you say was more challenging? Being a white belt in jiu-jitsu or boot camp?
Ooh, being a white belt in jiu-jitsu or boot camp? I would have to say boot camp.
Okay, yeah.
It was definitely more challenging than being a white belt. It was like, I mean, out there being a white belt, it's like you know, you in control of something. Boot camp, no control, no sense of time. Like, I didn't see a clock for 3 months.
Yeah, tell me about boot, because I don't know anything about this world.
So this is what happens. All right, I'm gonna try to get it from the start to finish.
Yeah.
So your last day, you go to MEPS, depending on like your location and everything.
Wait, I'm sorry. So what's the word you said?
MEPS. MEPS is like basically where they receive the police, and then they send them down to Paris Island or here, MCRD, San Diego. So I went to Paris Island, the original. That's where the real Marines are made, East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So they took us, they bust us down there to Paris Island, and you step on these yellow footprints. But it's like you step on there, and it's like a damn, you know, like it's a crazy moment. Like you sitting there, you getting drilled at like they like in your face, like spitting and yelling in your ear, and then everything. It's like 2:00 in the morning, and they don't care about your life, you know. And you have to like listen to them, or like it's gonna be like your biggest downfall in boot camp. So they take you, and then you up for like the next 2 days, like hardly any sleep, and they process you in, and then like a week later you meet your drill instructors. They introduce themselves, and then like your very first day, it's like it's over. Everything is downhill from there. Everything, like you have nothing, you have nobody, just the people that you came there with. So it's like a squad bay with like 60 people in there, and you go to chow, you come back, bed's upside down, your belongings is like scattered across the squad bay. It's like baby powder on everything, alcohol on everything. It's like everything is like it's messed up, it's disarray. And so what they do is they break you down for that whole 3 months. They break you down, and then like within like the last few weeks, they put you back together. And it's like the biggest mind game ever. And I was like so messed up after that, but I was a stronger individual for sure. Way more disciplined individual. I had my like morals, ethics, and everything. Like it made me like, I went from a dirtbag from Baltimore to like this like great person, you know. And it's like the gap was like, you can't, it's like you can't see it. It's like so far, like I don't even know how to like put it in words, but like boot camp was definitely like one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, for sure. It's like in the books forever.
What are some of your favorite memories from Paris Island?
Ooh, some of the favorite memories. I love all my drill instructors. So
if you can speak on it.
Yeah, I can on a few things, but yeah. So like it's just like the moments that like the most memorable moments is like when you like sitting there getting yelled at, and you just got done getting IT'd by a senior drill instructor, and then they call them they like sicking the dogs on you. So that's when like the kill had come out, the knowledge had come out, the drill had come out, and then like they come out there and they just mess everything up, and like we all screaming and everything. But the center, we call it the senior drill instructor highway, and that's where like if the senior drill instructor is like walking down, no feet can be on it, right? But that's where the IT does at. So it's like puddles of sweat, snot, freaking people like coughing up like blood and stuff like that. And it's like all right there in the center of the highway. And the drill instructors are just like running down, yelling at us and everything. It's slippery, real slippery. And we got these little things called foot lockers. So the drill instructor, he came running down and jumped on the foot locker, but his shoes was wet. And he slipped. I'm talking about like feet in the air, hands in the air, and hit the deck so hard, and I laughed. It was like that was like probably like one of my biggest mistakes, because you're not supposed to like break bearing, and I laughed so hard and paid for it. I paid for it, man. Like they IT'd me, and like I was like, oh.
Wait, what does IT mean?
IT is like it's like I think it stands for like intermediate training. Basically, it's like they make you drop, you take off your blouse, and you like pushing, crunching, high knees, everything.
Okay, so it's like punishment, physical
punishment.
Training. Okay.
Straight up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
It was crazy.
So wait, so you got punished for laughing?
For laughing, yes. Cannot laugh.
Yeah, you have to be like stoic.
Yes, straight. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd last. I laugh at everything.
Oh man, they're gonna get you right for sure. They'll get you right. I was like, oh god, yeah. And then like other people pay with you too, so yeah, like the dude to your left and your right, they're gonna go with you as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so going through boot camp, becoming a Marine has had a giant positive impact on your life.
It did, yes.
In what ways, just tying back to jiu-jitsu one last time, in what ways would you say that training jiu-jitsu has impacted or changed your life outside of the mats?
Outside of the mats,
Yeah.
it calmed me down. It kept me calm because I had a place to put that aggression, you know. So before I didn't, and I'm not going to sit here and try to hype myself up to be like a good man or anything like that. Like right before doing jiu-jitsu, it was like during the pandemic and everything like that. I was going through some stuff. Like I became like a crazy alcoholic, and I put the bottle down. I just like it made me like want to treat my body better. So I became disciplined in that aspect, and I stopped fighting people. What else? It's like, I don't know, it just like opened my eyes, like why would I waste my energy like on like certain things that like honestly didn't matter.
Good for you, Mark.
Yeah, and if I can control that, like why not?
Cool.
Yeah. So it just put me in that box, and I'm like, yeah, I'm around great people. Why would I like? Yes, sir.
Proud of you, dude.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Yep.
All right, so we're out here in San Diego.
We are.
So how long have you been out here? Did you already answer this one?
I have not.
Okay.
I got here in January. I got here January 15th to be exact. Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's been a 2022 endeavor.
Yes. A crazy one.
Cool.
Yes.
What are some things that you want to do in Southern California that you haven't done yet?
So I like that. I really do like that question. So I left Japan, and I was like, you know what? I'm at a new start. I'm at new beginnings. Came here to San Diego. I got stationed here in San Diego, and I was like, what am I going to do this year? First thing I did was message my coach from my sensei from Japan, and he was like, go to Legion or Atos. Legion was like 5 minutes off base. I went directly there, signed up. I didn't do the free trial or anything like that. If he told me to go there to one of these two, I'm going to sign up like that same day. And that's exactly what I did. And then after I did that, I had to like think, California is expensive.
Yeah.
I have to save my money. So I do very like minimum like going out and everything, and more like getting out on like a free expense. It's free to walk around, it's free to get fresh air and just hike and stuff like that. So I'm all about like scenery and lights. So that's what I do. I get out and I look for like views like that, and that's what I've been doing, just saving a lot of money and getting out and doing those things. But my goal next year is actually to like start like getting like deeper into it and like seeing what I can find in San Diego. So no set plans, but definitely trying to figure out San Diego for sure by New Year's.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I've been out here for almost 4 years, and I'm still discovering new little hidden gems that I didn't know were there.
Right.
And I'm the same way. I like to try to do all the things that don't cost me much. I mean, you know, it's like just go to the beach.
Yep. Easy.
You know, spend money on food, gas.
Yes.
You know,
that sounded really sad. Gas. It's too expensive. Like Jesus. Yeah.
Do you listen to any podcasts?
So I listen to random podcasts, and it's like if I'm on a really long drive. So like my friends, they listen to like I actually had a roommate, and he always listened to all around the NFL or something like that. So like I don't know too many like celebrities and or know too much about sports at all actually. But I would like listen to it and like hear him get like really hyped about it. I'm like, yo, it's just a podcast, you know. It's like people like spreading their opinions. So like, but like, why are you like so upset about this stuff, you know? And then I started listening to like random podcasts, and then I was like, oh, I see what he's talking about. So I do take a dive into like different like podcasts and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope. And I was like surprised when I came across yours. I was like, whoa, he do podcasts, bro? I have to get into that. I have to like see what that's about.
Yeah. I wanted my own, you know, because I've been listening to so many for so long.
Right.
Like at work, I'll just be listening to them. And I just realized, like, why not me? You know, I could do it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be good at it.
Most certainly.
And it just for fun, you know. This is just supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Let's do a midway point check-in.
Check-in. Okay. Checking in.
Mark.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel great. Like I was actually really nervous about this at first, but I'm feeling like it's going real smooth.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, these chairs, like I was thinking them,
real
sometimes I
bouncy.
just gotta like stretch.
Yeah.
So you had a couple friends kind of like write me in some suggestions for things to ask.
That was like less than half of the questions. I did not think it was going to go that direction, because I was like, all right, I'm gonna post it. Maybe like a few people was gonna like comment on it. Boatload. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna get them all this information. That's a lot of screenshots. Yeah.
Well, here, let me ask you this one.
Yes, sir.
This is from one of your friends, Nick. He goes, "What is your favorite MRE?"
MRE.
Now, before you answer that, what is an MRE?
Meals ready to eat.
Wait, say it one more time.
Meals ready to eat.
Meals ready to eat.
Yes, that's what we ate out in like boot camp for like the Crucible or MCT, and we like was out in like the field for like a month, so like, sleeping outside and everything. We didn't have hot meals.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
This is like what they serve the Marines.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to go with the ravioli. Yes, sir. It'll give you it. Well, I'm not even. I don't know how many times, like, I don't know how like dirty this is, but like, I don't know how many times I pooped at MCT, but like that stuff is like so like processed, it'll like back you up.
How much variation do you get with these MREs?
So like one MRE pack, honestly, is enough to like last you for like a day. It's like
okay,
like that big, and it got like I think like well over like 3,000 calories.
Okay, so they give you one like at the start of a week.
No, they give you like you have to carry them with you.
Okay.
You have to carry it was like really hard training. They so you have to carry them with you. You get about like 7.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they drop more off. You eat like 3 a day.
Okay.
But like myself, I was eating like 1, maybe like 1.5, because like I was like I can't poop. Sorry.
Well, hey, you gotta listen to your body.
Yeah.
If, you know, if your body's saying like hold on to it, then that's what you got to do.
Yes, sir. Keep the Skittles. Don't give them to females. Yes, sir. Don't offer them. Don't offer up. Yes, sir.
What would you say is your favorite bad food to eat?
Bad food to eat.
Yeah. When I say bad,
man.
I just mean like, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like something you should not be eating.
Unhealthy.
Yeah.
I'm guilty, man. I love a fat burger. I love a fat burger. Like I can probably sit there and eat 2. It's not good.
Which is your go-to?
My go-to. So since I've been in Cali, I discovered the Melt.
I heard about that.
They make some pretty good burgers, and like on a good night. So like like you say, you gotta listen to the body. I probably eat about like once a day, but on a good night, like where it's like, all right, it's time to like we gotta get your body right. We gotta get some substance in you. I'll order like 2 of those, some fries, and a really large drink, and I go to town. I go to town on like some like double stack bacon cheeseburgers. Yeah. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I don't know how I do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just like go right to sleep after, man, and wake up feeling great. Yeah.
Cool. What's a food that you absolutely can't stand?
I can't stand. What is those like? I love my vegetables, but
I think I know
balls
the
like,
Brussels sprouts.
Can't stand them. Can't stand them. That and cauliflower. Can't stand it. I don't know how people eat that stuff, man. It's crap. It's crap to me. I'm like, this is disgusting. Yeah.
What about avocados?
Avocados make me sick. Make me sick. I will like I ignore those things, man, but like I will like pick it off anything, but like I can't eat those. Like one, it don't have flavor, but like two, it I throw up every time. Every time. I don't know what it is, but like give it about like 30 minutes and it's coming right back up. Yeah. I don't know what it is though, but yeah.
I hope you one day are able to overcome that.
Enjoy your avocado.
Yeah, guac is life.
Yeah, guac is life. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know what it is though. It just don't sit right.
What is a vibe?
A vibe. A vibe is just like tuning out to like everything around you. You get tuned out. You can be yourself. You don't have anybody to impress, you know, and it's a open invitation as well. So like, if you can meet somebody on that level, that energy, then you invite it. You cool. You what we call it? Call it kicking it. You can kick it too. So yeah.
Okay, here's one. Somehow like my cup is dripping.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a talent you wish you had?
A talent that I wish I had. So I know I don't have it, and I do it anyway. But I wish I can sing like my little brother. My little brother got like an amazing voice. I really do wish that I could sing. Yeah, but I can't. Yeah.
Okay. Say that you were at some karaoke party.
Okay.
And they were like all the girls you ever had a crush on at the party. What would be your like go-to karaoke song that you'd pick? That you, like that's your moment.
The girls that I ever. All right. So all the girls that I ever like, I'm gonna have to go with.
What's that one magic song?
They're not gonna like this. They're not gonna like this simply because of the person that I am now, going through all the heartbreak. You know, y'all made me like this. But I'm gonna sing Savage Anthem by Party Next Door. All right, probably gonna get over my feelings and I'm gonna find me a beautiful woman to be with. But for the ones from the past, y'all gotta pay. Savage Anthem. Yes, sir.
Never heard it.
Yes,
I'll have to look it up.
Please do.
If you could have any superpower, which would you pick and why?
Okay, any superpower, which would I pick and why? I'm gonna have to say flying. I would fly simply because like I done been around the world. I want to go as many times as possible. So I'm gonna fly. And I'm gonna make sure I have my passport on me.
Now, okay, so would it be like a Superman, like you stick your fist up and boom, you just
just like that. I'm in Cali at noon. I'm in Italy at like 2 p.m.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
You ever have dreams where you're flying?
It's scary. Yes, it was. I used to have them a lot as a kid, and it was like the scariest thing because like I would be flying through the sky, and it was always in one place. This really old apartment place I used to stay called I think it was like Lakeside View or something like that. And I would be flying, and as soon as I get over there, like over top of that complex, I would like drop out the sky, and I would hit the edge of the building and hit the ground. I would wake up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What's going on, man? Well, yeah, I did. I used to have dreams of like flying and stuff like that, but I don't have it much often now. But
I don't know why this is, but every time I have a dream where I'm flying, it's like I'm like swimming
through the air.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I wish I could do the Superman flying dream. What's the scariest movie that you've ever seen, and why?
The scariest movie. So, why? I actually love watching scary movies. I'm so into them. But the scariest I would have to go with is.
Well, actually, before you answer that, have you ever truly, genuinely been like terrified from a movie?
Yes, Resident Evil.
Okay.
Resident Evil, and I was clearly really, really young when I was watching it. But my mother and my sisters would watch all the time, and I'm like, how do y'all like watch stuff like this scary? And that's actually how I got over my fear of the dark. Was I watched it by myself, and I was like so scared. And then I took it a step forward, and like I dressed like a hanger up in my closet as like a mannequin, and slept with the closet door open. And I like looked at it until I fell asleep. And then if I got like too scared, I would like get up and I beat the mannequin up. Yeah, like I was a terrified like child, man. But like that's how I got over my fear, like being scared of the dark as well. And now I just love scary movies. Yeah, cool. Not much scary these days.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll say that like you had to recommend like one perfect film, or just one to like.
It'll come in a series though, but The Conjuring. Love it.
I haven't seen those yet.
Love it. Gotta see it from 1 to 2, and then you gotta follow like the storyline, because like a bunch of other movies that like also fall in place with that, and so like they also use like some of the same actors and everything like that. So like, yeah, it's good stuff. It's a good storyline to follow as well.
Did you see the Insidious movies?
Insidious, yes.
You like those?
Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
I like those too.
Yes.
Those movies, they entertained the idea of the out of body. Oh no. Actually, yeah, it was the out of body experience.
Like what they call it, like lucid or something like that, kind of sort of.
Well, there's lucid dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was in the first one, the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So he okay, so there's two different things, right? There's lucid dreaming, and then there's like OBEs, which is the out of body experiences.
Yeah.
So out of body experiences, that's where like you wake up, you step out of your bed, and then like you turn around and then you see yourself like still sleeping in the bed.
Right.
Have you ever had that happen?
I haven't had that happen, and I don't know what I would do if I did. Honestly, I would probably lose it. I'd be in a psych or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll probably freak out.
I had it happen one time, and it was crazy because like it completely, my brain like totally recreated like every small little detail in my room.
Oh wow.
Like I really could have been, like that's the thing. Like if it wasn't real, if it wasn't actually my spirit like leaving my body, say it was just my mind making it, like say it was just a dream.
Right.
My mind like really got like every little detail perfect.
Wow.
It was crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Yeah, that is wild.
Demons, real or yes? Are demons real?
Demons are
yes
real.
or no? Okay.
Demons are real, 100%, and they come in the form of everything, not just human. You know, not just flesh. They come in the form of everything, man. It come in the form of money. It come in the form of enjoyment. It come in the form of just like tangible items, cars, houses, and stuff like that.
This is interesting.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked this one. Okay, so would you say that a demon is more of like a temptation?
Temptation, yes. Because the way I see it is like it's basically you versus you, and what are you gonna do about it? You know, like you got options. You don't have to go for those things, but sometimes we go for it, and that's the temptation. That's the darkest side of you speaking. You know, and you bringing it to life. So
gotcha.
Yes, sir.
So anything that might stray you from like a righteous path.
Yes, sir. The devil and the angel.
Right.
On your shoulder. Yes, sir.
Right. What about like the traditional like Renaissance style like devil kind of thing? Like, do you think that there exists these like invisible, like demonic entities?
That too, yes. I think I experienced it when I was younger too. My uncle was actually babysitting us, and it was my time to take a shower. And I went to my room to get my stuff ready, and then like I went and I poked my head inside like the bathroom. The lights was off, but the curtains was like partially like closed. Like it was closed enough to where it's though like you can see like a head figure, right? And that's exactly what I seen. But I also seen like the curtain move, and my uncle thought I was like crazy. I'm like, yo, we gotta get out of this house. Yeah. So like got my sister and everything. We just like played at the playground until my mother got off of work, and then we went back. And then like I was like, yeah, this is like ridiculous. And everybody would be asleep in the house, and I would wake up and I'd turn the bathroom light on and go to sleep. Yeah, that's how I slept for a while, a long time, because I was so creeped out. It was like the ugliest thing. Yeah.
Oh my God. So you like vividly remember like the face?
Yeah, traumatizing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like it was nasty. It was like really dark, really round, and like droopy. I'm like, what in the? I was like in elementary too, so yeah, I did not want to see that ever. I don't ever want to see that again. Yeah.
Cool. Have you ever been like religious?
Religious? I wouldn't say. No, I went to church because my mother told me to, but nah, I was never really into it. I do believe in like a higher level. I believe in more than just like earth though, you know.
Yeah.
And I believe you get back what you put in. Mm-hmm. You know, life is a give and take type thing. So like you put in good energy, you get out good energy, and that's how you live your life, no matter what. So I mean, you going to church, you feel good about it, you doing good things, then that stuff it's just going to be returned to you.
Yeah, like karma.
Yep.
Cool. Some people say that we are living in a simulation. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Sometimes I think the same thing, cause like I don't like my biggest thing is like when I start thinking of that, I start thinking about like the flow of traffic. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm supposed to be here in like an hour, but the way things are like backed up, you know, traffic and everything like that, and for me to still get there on time, like how like I was backed up from like the moment I left home until I got here, but I got there and then like in that decent time and stuff like that. Or just like the way things like flow, I'm like, yeah, this is supposed to be like this, but how do I know that? You know, it's just weird. So like the whole simulation thinking and stuff is like it throws me off every time because I don't know exactly what to think about it. But I hope this is not a simulation. Yeah.
What are some people? Actually, that's not how you say it. Who are some people who really inspire you in the world? And this could be anybody.
I have a really short list actually of people that inspire me because of how much I like look up to them and how like deeply they impacted my life. And I'm gonna have to start with my number one, my road dog. That's my mud brother, my blood brother, Demetrius. He actually serving right now. He gets out shortly, and that's my little brother, and he inspired me like through so much in my life, and we like been through so much together. And
is he your actual brother?
My actual okay, brother. Cool. And but like he got my back through like thick and thin, no matter what. And it's like no matter the severity of things, it's like it's a judgment-free zone. And so that's like my biggest inspiration in life. And now he added to it. He got 2 kids and everything like that, so he added to that, and now they inspire me. And then I got my granddad, I got my uncle. I actually have one of my aunt's exes who I consider a big brother as well, and my coach, my God family and everything. So like they were really big inspirations in my life from when I had nothing at all, and they helped me see things through, and and then I'm doing really good in life now. So
that's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
If you had a time machine and you could go back in time and meet young Mark for an hour,
right?
What would be some advice that you might give him in the short amount of time that you had?
Ooh, I would go back to the age, actually 15. I would go back to that. I would start there. I wouldn't change too many decisions, like so like at a really young age, my mother like kind of moved on, and it was just me and my brother. But I would still make those same sacrifices that I did for my little brother, but I would stay more focused, and I would have went to college, and I would have stayed out of the streets. I would have made better decisions for sure. So I would just like want to save your money, invest a little bit more into crypto, and just like stay focused for sure. Like follow your dreams and take risks. Yeah, don't be afraid.
What would be some advice that you might want to give to kids of Baltimore?
Kids of Baltimore?
Yeah.
Things are really hard, really grim, and going back home is like it's really scary sometimes. But I would like let them know that like it's more to the world than just staying in Baltimore. If you ever get the opportunity to leave. Or if you get the opportunity to change things, change it. Like if you know you can make that impact and you have those resources, like make that impact, make that change, and go to school. Stop skipping out. I had like half of my graduating class, 12th grade year. Like I didn't know who they was until I never seen them until like graduation. I don't know how they passed, but it's like go to school, take your education serious, and be that change in your family's life. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a ridiculous question.
I'm hearing it.
You can try your best.
All right.
Okay. What's the meaning of it all?
The meaning of it all.
Yeah. What is the purpose of life?
The purpose of life. The purpose of life is enjoyment, not dodging obstacles, but overcoming them, and just being the best person that you can be, challenging yourself, making a difference, inspiring, and just like live your life for you, like nobody else, like none of, like when you go, it's just gonna be you. You came as yourself. You should like leave as yourself. Be like 100. Be the best person you can be, and just be you. Every day. Like don't change for nobody. Don't better yourself for like no individual. It should all be about you. It's your life. Yeah. Be selfish sometimes.
Very good. Mark, that was a lot of fun, dude.
It was.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
I love it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I hardly knew anything about Mark. Met him through jiu-jitsu at Legion.
Yes, sir.
I've only rolled with you a few times, but really didn't know that much about you. Mark found out about the podcast and expressed a lot of enthusiasm to come on, and of course I want to have everybody on. And part of the reason why I do this is because I learned so much about people, about my friends, and I believe everybody has a story. Everyone has like a long story to tell.
Yes.
That's worth telling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not getting paid to do this. Mark's not getting paid to do this. This is completely recreational. And again, I want to say a huge thank you for coming on.
I appreciate you, brother.
And looking forward to more training on the mats, dude.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, brother. And it's a pleasure to call you my brother, man. And it's like I'm definitely looking for more roles, and I'm looking forward to seeing where your podcast is go as well. I'm like really interested. I'm invested now. Like I got to start from one all the way up, it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a great ride.
Yeah, thank you for being episode 7.
Yes, sir. Episode 7 in the house.
All right, forward we go. Thanks again, Mark.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.